Hi there. Have you ever been treated badly at work, been bullied, had a manager that treats people really poorly, and you're too scared to say stuff around them? Well, a big part of that work environment we often see is poor leadership, but sometimes also the individual that's causing those issues have had issues themselves from a trauma perspective, and so they're taking it out on other people. After over 25 years in a HR industry, over very, very different industries: healthcare, timber, food and veg, working in Nauru with asylum seekers, working at Serco with prisoners and all kinds of stuff. So over the years, I've seen a lot of patterns emerge. Certainly in the workplace, you often see, or do investigations. People kind of mention stuff like bullying to you, and after you do the investigation, you find out this has been going on for a long period of time. Lots of people know about it. There's rumors about the bully. They call them Teflon. Nothing ever sticks to them. All that kind of stuff. And the reason that those patterns stay there is because people don't feel safe to either talk about it, or if they do talk about it to their manager, the manager doesn't like dealing with it, either sweeps it under the rug, does a half-assed job of trying to fix the behavior, and so nothing changes and the person continues to threaten others, and everybody else just puts their head down and hope they don't get bullied by the same person. And then eventually someone has enough and they come out and then they decide to talk about it. And we see patterns of this, in society too, right? Like how many people knew about, Bill Cosby and didn't come out until one woman comes out, and then suddenly the floodgates open because now people feel more safe because someone else has already gone first. So a big part of what we do at Blue Flame Projects is big on looking at the root cause of what's causing this poor behavior. Is it poor management who's not stepping in and dealing with it really, really early, which is ultimately what you want to do? This poor behavior, we have a conversation, there's calibration. So, hey, Clint, you're treating people really badly. If that continues, you're not the right fit for this business, right? And then I'm on alert of what that means for me, what the ramifications of that for me would be. So, ultimately, that's how we want to deal with it. We want to give people the courageousness to have those conversations, the tools to have those conversations. So at Blue Flame Projects, we really focus heavily on dealing with that side of things. And a lot of it comes down to the programs that we've run, call it Red Brain, Blue Brain, and I've talked about it in some of my videos, where we give you real insight on you as an individual, the patterns you've developed and why you don't necessarily step up and talk, or you don't feel courageous enough to intervene and be involved, or why you don't speak back to the person who's bullying you and try to deal with it in a way that's calibrated the behavior, being respectful, but also coming out with a better outcome. So look, if you are interested in working with us, a big part of what we do is very much about trying to create a psychosocial and a physical safety environment to work in. And a big part of that is getting to the root causes, coming in. It's not about smacking heads and making sure people get in trouble. It's about trying to be better, focusing on issues and dealing with them in a much better way than what we currently do. Like I said, I've been in HR over 25 years. And while I know there's some really great HR practitioners out there, I don't think a lot of people do it the way we do it. We're very much focused on that psychosocial aspect of it. It's psychosocial aspect, especially in Australia at the moment, big in terms of safety and improving safety and all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to have a chat to us about helping with that kind of stuff, we also do leadership development where you might not have problems, but you just want to get better. We certainly do a lot of that stuff using similar techniques, giving you some better tools that you may not have come across. So for us, it's all about having a quick chat and assessing what you need. So yeah, check out our website down the bottom. If you want to read some of my book, which you can see behind me, Lighting the Blue Flame, you can get on Amazon and have a look at a few chapters for free. And if it's something for you, away you go. Cheers. Thank you.